Jace Tunnell here. Today we are out in the marsh, out in Aransas Bay, and we're doing something called surface elevation tables. We call it SET, so SETs for short. You know, in science we've always got all these acronyms we always use. Whoa. But what we're looking at with these surface elevation tables is water level and then sediment coming in or leaving. So we look at erosion and accretion rates, and so this way we can tell how the marsh is changing over time. So we'll walk up here and see how this operates here. So we have Katie Swanson, who's our stewardship coordinator, who leads this effort, and Adriana Riza, who's our education coordinator. It's sort of a team effort coming out to make sure we're able to monitor these a couple times a year. So these are the rods that go down. They go down and they go to the ground, so that way we can tell if there's sediment coming in or sediment leaving. And it's set with this rod that goes way down in the ground, so it's always at the same elevation every time we come out, and so that way we can tell the changes over time.
5, 3, 4.
The other thing that we do out here at the same time is vegetation transects, and so you'll see some folks over here that are actually, they have flags all in the ground, and we'll walk over there. Man, this is, as you expect, very muddy. We have Spartina marsh here, and a number of other species. Spartina is what you see a lot here, but we also have mangrove. Okay, so here's another one. This is what they're on. You can see it real good here. Is they'll bring these metal benches to where they can get on there. Nobody ever walks in the middle. So if you ever see these in the bay, try not to walk in the middle of them. But this one, the water's a little bit lower, so you can see a little bit better. And so you see these 4 posts here. This is where we'll go in and take cores out of there. And there's feldspar that's been put down when this was first made, which is a marker of white chalky powder that it can tell whether, you know, sediment comes in or sediment leaves by doing a core, and then you can see that within the core. But then you can see you can barely see right in the middle there's that rod, and that rod, I mean, probably goes, you know, 40 to 60 feet down in the ground to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So they'll come, after they're finished with that one over there, they'll come over here and kind of do a similar type thing. But let's walk over here and I'll show you all the vegetation transects. And so throughout Aransas Bay, we've got a number of these throughout the marsh. Currently we're at Mud Island. So any of y'all fishermen might know where that's at. Real pretty area. There's actually a channel that goes right in between. The island's kind of split. It's actually split in a couple spots, but this is a real nice spot that's split. You can see all these flags out here. So they put out this tape measure. They come in and you know, every meter they're putting down these flags, and then they're seeing what species is where. And then even the bare areas are considered data. So they look around and say, okay, well, it's bare, because when we first started this, there was vegetation all in here, and now it's bare. So, you know, we can go back and we can look at the set data, and maybe it shows us, well, you know, sea level rise has been coming up, or sediment has been coming in, or maybe it's been eroding. So it kind of gives us the whole picture of how maybe this particular marsh is working, and so then we can tell how all these others are working. So that's just kind of one of the things we're out here today. So we're not actually on the beach, we're back up in the bays, but I thought it'd be a good episode of Beachcombing to kind of tell you a little bit about some of the work that our stewardship program is doing. And we're always looking for volunteers, so if you'd ever like to do any kind of science, feel free to get a hold of us and we'll hook you up. All right, thanks. Talk to you in the next episode. Bye.